The wind comes in like a lion in March, then April showers, bring May flowers, June something, July heat, I know that. What's up, y'all? My name is Bill, and this is how I do it. I'm coming back at you with another video. This time I'm working on the Husqvarna 550EX pushmower. It's no self-propelled or nothing like that. Briggs and Stratton engines, a 5.5 horsepower Briggs and Stratton at that. Customer brought this unit in today. Like always, man, it hasn't ran in a while. I think the guy said he went on ahead and bought a zero turn, but bottom line, this one right here is not functioning. And I'm going to diagnose it real quick. I checked the oil level, it has oil in it. It's dusty, grimy, you know, pollen, all that on there. So what I'm going to do, man, I'm going to shoot a little hot sauce in here, see if it fires off. That way we can check for fuel, air, and spark, and we're going to go from there. I'm out here battling gale force winds, so bear with me. Okay, we're going to check it. I'll spray a little hot sauce in here, a little air cleaner and stuff right here. I'm just going to take this out of the way. Uh-oh, spray a little bit too much. It's all right, though. All right, let's see if this thing fires off. Nothing on the first pull. Okay. Okay. It's a little smoky. That bad boy fired off. And it's still running. The smoke's clearing up. Okay.
5 minutes later.
Okay. What am I supposed to do with that? Okay, this bad boy fired up and it stayed running. I kid you not. It did not do this the other day when I fired this up off starting fluid. It died, indicating a gunked up carburetor. But I've had this phenomenon happen more than one time. Sometimes spraying a little starter fluid in there knock that that needle seat loose from the crud from ethanol gas, and it'll knock it loose and it'll start back functioning. So a lot of times when I do that, I still take it apart, clean the carburetor, because it's going to do it again. But what I'm going to do for this one right now, I'm just going to drain all the gas out of it and we'll put some fresh gas in here and see what we have from that point on. All right, fresh gas. All right, man, let's fire this bad boy up and let's see if this thing cuts on. Okay, the more I thought about it, man, I cranked it back up and it still kind of was running a little rough. I said, you know what, man, let's go ahead and just clean this carburetor. Since I already got the unit in hand, there's no need in giving it back to the customer and having him, something happens, he had to bring it back because of no starting issues again. So let's just look at the carburetor anyway. I already took the air filter out. This is all grimy anyway, so it'd be good to freshen all this stuff up. Got a few bolts holding this bad boy on. It's 8mm holding some of this on. It's a 7mm. I'm gonna use a 7mm. So do it. Take this. It's a vent tube right here. It's a little grimy though. Has a little oil in it, look like. Should I take this front cover off? I guess I will. It's not that big of a deal. I'll take this front cover off since it'll be so easier. I probably could change the carburetor out without taking this cover off, but just for visual purposes, let's just take it off. It's not but 3 bolts holding it on. Wow. Surprise, surprise. A wasp nest. Okay, that gives us ample footage of the carburetor here. So let's get our fuel line off of here. Probably a little residual gas in the line here, so it'll probably squirt out a little bit. Okay. Yeah, there's a little gas left up in there. Just gotta watch out for our governor spring and our throttle spring. But this thing just pulls off. It's an O-ring that you gotta be careful about in there, but look at it. Got a little gas in that carb. Just gotta watch out. Remove your lines here. Alright. Alright. Got those lines out of there. Got that O-ring right here. I just leave that in there. It doesn't look like it's gonna hurt anybody. And here it is. Carburetor's out. And what I'm gonna do, man, I'm just gonna put this in the ultrasonic. Let it do its thing. I might as well just open this bowl up now since I'm outside. Held on by 2 7mm. Still got a little gas in here. All right, yep, that popped open. And boom, there it is. Plastic carburetor. Take a look at those jets. You can't see it on camera, but the jets actually look cool. I don't see nothing stopping them up or nothing. Yeah, that's wide open. So I'm still just gonna put it in the ultrasonic, let it do its thing, let it clean it up. You know, let's take this needle out. Yeah, so that's most of the moving parts. So let me take this O-ring out of here. Reuse that. Yep, so that'll pop out. Bam. Just like that. And so we can even get in there and clean this out a little bit more. You can see that yellowing. Man, that's that ethanol right there, that fluid ethanol. And you can see right in here, you can see that corrosion. Probably can't see it on camera. But if it's that much corrosion, I mean, so I'm all in the system. So I'm just gonna put all of this in the ultrasonic, let it do its thing. I'll take the O-ring off though. Take that O-ring off. This bad boy needs to be cleaned. Okay, we back. We just got our parts cleaned. The ultrasound cleaned it up pretty good. Ultrasonic, my bad, not ultrasound. I don't need one of those. All right, man, so let's put our needle and seat and needle and float back in here and get this going. Let's get this bad boy back in here just right. Came out pretty smooth. Alright, put our O-ring back on here. O-ring, done. Alright. There it is. Now it's sitting right. Cool. All right, took a little effort to get that O-ring in there right, but it's in there right now. So finish putting this on. Put our other screw down in here. All right. Now that's in here properly. Put our other O-ring back on here. All right. Now let's take our governor. Bend that up a little bit. Got our throttle. We got our governor here. Lever. And boom. Everything that slides back on here. Slides perfectly. Boom, just like that. I want to put a cutoff switch right there so he can prevent a lot of stuff from happening again. But the thing is, it doesn't allow for much room right there, and that's the only thing that's kind of messing it up. But I still want to try to put one on here. So I mean, it's not really much to the process, just put it on here. So I'm gonna do that. Put these back, put a cutoff switch on here. Take off these clamps because I gotta use my own worm clamps to make it happen. You see, it's not much room right there. It's not made for a cutoff switch. Bottom line, it's not made for one. So I'm gonna see what I can do. Okay, I'm about to get ready to mark out. Well, I just marked off where I need to cut the holes at. So now I just gotta cut this section out. So let's do it. Let's use a box cutter to do it. Man, I hope this stuff came along all right. Got this section out of the way. Boom. Now, put it on our cutoff switch, open, close. But I'd rather, I don't know. Man, let's do it from this side. Cut, flow. All right. Take that off. Now I gotta put some worm clamps around here. Boom. All right, let's put our worm clamps on. Right. 6mm on these. Had these pointed at the bottom. Alright, both of those on there, they're tight. So let's put our regular clamps back on here. Man, all small engine stuff should come with a fuel shut off. Yeah, all of them. Every single last one of them, man. I have no idea why they don't. All right, so let's put this bad boy on here. Okay, that's on there. That bad boy on that clamp. All right, now grab this clamp again. So now I can grab my tank, put this back down, and boom, there it is. Now we got a shut off switch in the line. All of them should come with one. Save your carburetor from being cleaned so much. All right, now let's put our cover back on here. It's freshly cleaned as well. Let's line it up. Line our vent tube back up. Put our air cleaner and stuff back on here. And our door, which I should have washed it too. Alright. Hold on, wanna just go around this? Alright. Put our top cover back on. There it is. Okay, we got gas in this bad boy already. So let's see what we got. Automatic choke, no primer bulb. Let's get it. There it is. Man, it's running a lot better. It's running a lot better. None of that surging stuff. It's running a lot better than it was. Cool, cool. Man, I'm glad I went ahead and cleaned it out. Lot better, lot better. Oh, it's running a lot better. Let me shut it off. Let's do a shut off switch. There it is. Wow. There you go. I'm glad I made the right decision by taking that carburetor off and cleaning it. It definitely helped. That the carburetor was definitely a little dirty. You know, it definitely helped. Seemed like it has more power, more throttle response. Well, you know, automatic throttle response when it gets under load. But hey, everything's working well. That fuel cutoff switch works well. Man, I didn't know that thing holds a lot of fuel in that bowl. It took about a minute or two before it shut off. So I'm gonna let the customer know about that and how to, you know, use the cutoff tool, the cutoff switch. I mean, my name is Bill, and this is how I do it. Let's get it.